Incoming transmission. Good morning, cadets, and welcome back to our Horizon Zero Dawn playthrough, and implicitly moving to the start of our DLC. I just have my waypoint to the quest giver, and let's see what adventures await in this DLC. Hopefully, maybe some more answers, given the end of the main game. Hopefully, but we shall see. Who is the one giving me the quest? You are. Ravid.
What's the problem?
Betrayal. By my own blood! I was meant to go on a machine hunting expedition to the Banuk wilds, with real hunters. Then the rumors began. New machines, an evil miasma, many dead Banuk, and so on and so forth. So my father won't allow me to go. Says there's too much danger for a noble scion.
Do you always do what your father tells you?
Yes. Of course.
So, have you been hunting before?
Have you ever actually hunted machines?
I've had our bearers carry a lance horn for me to shoot at. Its movement was fearfully realistic.
So that's a no. But what's this about new machines and an evil miasma?
What kind of new machines?
That's exactly it. My father doesn't even know. He only heard whispers in the Sun Court.
And the evil miasma?
Who knows what those tent-dwelling savages consider evil? Or a miasma. I just want to hunt, honestly. Why even give me a sword for my 16th year? What's a sword for if not for brandishing?
But what do you know about the Banuk wilds?
Hunting in the Banuk wilds. Do you mean Banur?
Oh, no. That's so far from the sun's light. The expedition would be swallowed up. It's a place they call the Cut. Something of a no man's land from, you know.
The war?
But now it makes for excellent hunting. There's a pass through the northeastern mountains.
Okay, I'll see you later.
I guess I'll have to look into these rumors myself.
It's beyond the Grave Horde, past the northeastern mountains. You can't mean to go alone to that sun-forsaken place. I suppose Outlanders can do whatever they please. By the sun, if only I wasn't born noble!
Yeah, sounds tough.
Okay. Here's the frozen wilds. So that should... That's the hunting grounds. Yeah. So basically one of the three quest givers. I wonder what the other guys would say about the start of the quest. Because I doubt all of them wanted to go hunting, you know. Or it could be the same guy, but spawned in 3 different places. I don't know. But, yep, let's just fast travel to the campfire. That's close to it. And let's start our climb. Because I do remember there was a climb. Come on, game. Load. You can do it. There we go. Yeah. This is the climb right here. Okay. We're gonna get any kind of cutscenes, or where are we going? Quite a ways off. Those are just ropes, right? What I'm seeing.
No space.
Yes, of course, no space. We'll just get what we can.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the Cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future, or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
Yeah. Wait, so... I mean, I know the game reverted to before the last quest. Does this mean I could have done the DLC before the last fight? So this is not exactly offering us any answers.
Can see the heat coming off it.
Demonic Scorcher. What are you? Weakness freeze, cool. Allied track. And I don't exactly have freeze arrows. I don't know, kinda feels like it. I could have done the DLC before finishing the game. Silent strike. Not silent enough. Whoop. Ow. Okay, one more hit and my shield is down. There goes my shield. Oh, okay, that thing has range. Got it. It's almost down. Took some killing though. Maybe use some of my potions as well. Right, I guess we won't have any new answers regarding the end of the game. Considering that Silence contacted us and told us like get back to the task at hand, the end of the world is coming. So yeah. Oh well. I guess we're gonna do it after and leave it like how it is. Or maybe I'll do an extra video with the new ending, so to speak. After I finish the DLC. And see if
Outlander on the mountain!
we have new
That's a
things
welcome, I
happening.
guess.
If we finish the DLC, then do the last mission. Okay, that's an interesting way to greet me.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
Yep. Don't worry
I've
about
worked
me.
up a sweat from the climb.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Thank you.
Not that you'll stay long.
Yeah, we'll see. Right. Whoa. This is a view.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
Okay. Smoke edge. We have a campfire. Anything around here to talk? Or maybe
Gone a long time, but she will return.
like
You must
lore
believe
or
she'll
something?
return. You died on Thunder's drum.
Don't see anything on the user interface on the top.
And I will stand with him.
Maybe something around here in the back. Just supply crates, which don't mind if I do. Just got our health potions back. Other than that, doesn't seem to be much
Must be
more.
something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Oh, there's somebody with a name. Can we talk? I guess not now.
We haven't lost this many hunters since the war with the Carja.
Right, here we are.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrind, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
That voice actor seems familiar again.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Yeah, he voice acted in other games as well, but I can't put my finger on it. Okay.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky, and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her. But no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Okay. First off, what more can you tell me about yourself?
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Aurea. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
Sure. Right. Oof. Who's we exactly?
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
Right. So, what's with Artak?
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Werik chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Werik, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
So, what's a Verak?
What are these Weriks about, Bergrand?
Weriks.
Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Yeah, not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Weriks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Weriks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werik has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
And what about Aurea? You mentioned her.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum, and they believed her.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an Outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Right, and about the Banuk? What more can you tell me?
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Don't believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
Got a question. Do you know somebody named Silence?
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No
Interesting.
idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
Right. But back to the main task at hand. What can you tell me about this daemon or demon?
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Aurea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rafts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak can tell me more about Aurea or Thunder's drum. Might be worth a shot.
Okay. So you have a side quest, we can talk with more people. Okay, talk to our attack, which is optional. We do have merchants. Side quest. Where's that Tornek? Close to the main objective anyway. What did we have in demonic machine? Alright, Scorcher. These are the new machine. I'm still missing here from the main game. I don't know why. It does look like corruptors. Some kind. Close by. I don't know. Maybe in a new game plus. Who knows. Oh, it's put as side quest, not as a main quest. The ones from Frozen Wild. Got it. Don't have anything else in crafting. So I guess we talk with Artak.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
Yeah. About Song's Edge.
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last until the Karja seek war again.
Do you know where Aurea is?
Aurea knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
What do you know about the Daemon then?
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Okay. And what about your Verak?
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banuk to face the threat of the demon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
And can we talk about the expedition to Thunder's drum?
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Okay, guess we'll talk later.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Good for a Werak to see its
Cool.
chieftain change.
Right, and speaking of that voice actor from Bergund, I don't know if he's still here.
Doesn't it just make sense?
Borgrand.
On top of everything
I remember
we
where
have,
I
it's in the cut now.
heard him. He's actually Dr. Tygan, or Tigan. I think it's Tygan from the XCOM 2 game. That's where I know him from. He might be in other games as well, but that's the one that popped into my mind after a while. Anyhow, let's actually do a quick save just in case I get crashes. And yeah, there's the person, Laila, that I knew we were gonna talk.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood.
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Laila, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
Musical instrument? What do you mean exactly?
So Deep Din is a place and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now, but our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it, or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
I wonder what it could be. I guess nothing springs to mind. I was thinking maybe like a big megaphone, you know, the announcer type of, you know, megaphones. In case, you know, for nuclear alarms or alerts or that. Or it could be a really big pipe organ, you know, like the all kind. I guess maybe we'll see. But let's see about this sudden deluge. What can you tell me?
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
So where is this place exactly?
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
Ask nicely.
Deep in, silenced by rising waters.
Okay, I do have an interesting merchant. And okay, blue gleam. I think you may be. Yeah, need blue gleam. So you're a bit more fancy merchant than the normal ones. I'm still gonna get your 3 sample box, and I do have some blue gleam, but not a lot. There is actually. I don't have necessary. I need badger, goat, and this. I think this is I can only hunt in this area. Great, cool. I do have treasure boxes though. Just open some of them. And we have waterlogged. Which they're gonna give me blue gleam. Cool. Just select these 2 merchants as well. Drop by really quick.
Even if we can
Trying to keep an eye out for anything interesting like lore. So far nothing on the HUD, the top. Okay, and there's one more merchant. It's gonna be this way. Where you might be.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Banukai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. "You bid me come," she said. "My people need aid. Will you provide it?" The machines whispered to Banukai. "We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great." Banukai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banukai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banukai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banukai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banukai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banukai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Banukai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads, and her Werak wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky, and for just a moment, before life left her, Banukai knew the truth of the blue light, and she felt peace. We remember Banukai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, who brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
Right. Another story time, and really interesting one. And I think the voice actor for this shaman that told the story, I think he might be one of the critical role actors, and I think he might be Liam O'Brien, if I remember correctly. I know for sure he's not Sam. That doesn't sound close to his voice. And I think it's Liam. Really cool. Also, where is this merchant? Apparently way up here. Okay, I guess we're climbing. Then there's one more side quest I can get. Let me just select that. Either I'm gonna get that side quest now, or I'm gonna leave it for in the next part.
Quite a view you've got up here. It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass. That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter. Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew. But a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments. Like none have seen.
Oh, and this is not exactly a regular merchant. What more can you tell me about you?
Have you always been a painter? I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banuk. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
So you trade pigments? And yes, you do. And again, we can get the maps. And other than that, yes. So this is, if we get the pigments, we can trade for reward box. The same as we did with the metal flowers and all the other. Cool. And where do I find these pigments?
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them? Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
That was sudden. I was expecting to tell me more. What about the Banuk paintings?
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but, You want to know what they mean. That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door. Do the machines listen to the call? I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
Okay. I'll catch you later then, where I'm gonna find all those pigments.
I'll see what I can find for you. Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
Cool. Ah! That almost happened. Right, I'm gonna have to climb back up so I can properly drop down. I thought we were just literally...
I can't feel much of anything.
Yeah, let's rappel down properly, not the other way. Okay, here I can take a scenic route.
Outlanders.
When the old
You spend a
ones
week
were
in the
fresh
cut,
in their
then go
graves
home
and
to
Yeah,
tell your friends how
this
you
is
got
Liam
away.
O'Brien.
It was she who led
For
us.
sure.
into each other again.
Right, let's... Are you close by? No. Okay, let's actually get the other side quest.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Araya. And to do
Okay.
that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
What's there? Young Banuk Hunter. Right.
Outlander, wait a moment.
Sure. What is it?
That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Okay. And where that might be. Oh, okay. Literally on the other side of the map. So I guess we're not gonna do that just yet. Right. It's actually, I'm gonna move close to this campfire. I'm gonna leave it there. And then the next episode we're gonna see with Naltok, or probably I'm gonna take the tall neck. And maybe see if I can hunt some animals. Like off screen.
The herd isn't roaming.
Because I don't wanna. Well, there's a badger over there.
But I bet we'll see a stray.
Not many Outlanders are suited for life in these lands.
Bony meat. Right, yeah. I'll probably do the hunting off screen, so we don't spend that much time. But yeah, in the meantime, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, guys, and I'll see you next time. But as always, don't forget to take care.